This morning, we gather together to worship as a community of all ages. Let us take a moment to look around at those of us sharing this sacred space. Let us recognize the hearts of our whole community, from our elders to our youngest and all the ages in between. Let us embody the beauty of this whole church community, even when there are a few more wiggles, giggles, and chatter. Let us remind ourselves to listen carefully, calming our bodies and our minds. Know that you are surrounded by the love of this community where all are welcome. Those words by Jules Hamarillo. And now we're going to invite you to rise in body or spirit and join in singing number 118, This Little Light of Mine. Please remain standing for the chalice lighting. Missy's going to go down and would like for the children or youth to join her for the lighting of the chalice. And the words this week are the words that they use downstairs every Sunday to light their chalice.
I always tell the kids I am bad with the hand signals, so they need to help me out because I mess them up every single time, right? So are you guys going to help me with the hand signals? Maybe, please. I'm going to light it. Maybe. We light this chalice for the light of truth, for the warmth of love, for the energy of action, as we gather together in the circle of community.
Thank you. Oh, you may be seated. Good morning and welcome. I am the Reverend Susan Milner, and my pronouns are she, her, and hers. It is my honor to serve as interim minister to this congregation. We gratefully acknowledge the Patuxet Wampanoag people on whose ancestral lands we gather today. We commit to support and honor their history and culture. We welcome all of you today, members, friends, newcomers, visitors, those who are there, those who are online. Again, always welcome to you if you're joining us virtually. It's a bit of a different Sunday. This is our religious education celebration Sunday, and I am so happy to be joined by Missy Schroepman-Sorrenti, our director. I think it's now of religious education. Yes, director. It has been really, truly a pleasure to work with Missy this year, and we spent a lot of time talking and mutually trying to understand what goes on around here, and it's great. Whoever you are, wherever you are on your spiritual journey, whatever your age, young or older, for this 1 hour, we want you to feel part of this community. We want you to feel like you belong here. So any way we can help that, we want to do it. Everyone's invited to coffee hour following the service in the Assembly Hall. And if you're visiting, you can take a red mug so that we can offer you a warm First Parish greeting. I think we have a couple of announcements today. Tracy Wagner, president of the congregation, has one that she would like to make. And if that mic's not on, you've got to, oh no, it is on, I think.
Good morning. I just wanted to make sure that everyone would attend coffee hour. We have something special planned to celebrate the end of our interim ministry, our 2-year interim ministry, and celebrate Susan, who we all adore. So we're having ice cream and maybe a present or two for her. We'll see. So please join us. It's going to be delicious and fun. And congratulations to Melissa on a, actually, why did I say Melissa? It's Missy. I always say Missy. Anyway, thank you, Melissa, for a wonderful religious education year.
And Missy too.
And Missy too, her alter ego.
Oh, and Jim Hamilton wants to make a very timely announcement, right?
So hi, I'm Jim Hamilton. I'm the chair of the Summer Fair, which you may know is coming up next Saturday from 8:30 to 2. I encourage people to do your best of cleaning out your basement and getting all the things here that we may be able then to make a little money for the church through selling at the fair. So please do that. Our setup day is this Friday. If you can, by any chance, take Friday off and be here to help, Jay Bray and I will be here and we'll be working on that. I do also want to say that we've got a special new area for the kids coming up. So there's a toys area that the kids have always enjoyed, but Alexa Howell has volunteered to set up some games and some face painting. And there are sign-up sheets in the parlor right now, and I'd encourage you to go and sign up there, particularly for the children's area. If you have a talent in art and you might be able to do a little face painting maybe for an hour or so, we'd really encourage you to do that, and I think we can make it a lot of fun for the kids. So thank you very much. Come to the fair. We'll be singing that in a little bit.
Don't miss it. Seriously, don't miss it. Missy and the RE committee granted me a little bit of time in this service for a brief ceremony to install our new board members, because we couldn't do it last week because they hadn't been elected until after the service. So I think Carl is the new board member here, Pat's out of town, but if the current ongoing board members who are here would join us down front, that would be lovely. And bring your orders of service with you, please. I won't bite. Come over here. Everything leans to my left in this church, which is hard to do. Come on, this way a little bit. All right. The membership of First Parish Church has elected you as its governing board. In assuming office, each of you accepts delegated responsibility for the spiritual and temporal welfare of our religious community. By your actions, you have the power to shape our effectiveness in living up to the principles and values that we claim to espouse. Would the members of the congregation read your words, please? Do you all do this or just the new person? Oh, go for it, all of you. Yeah.
And with a deep sense of responsibility, we take up our duties, pledging to uphold the interests of this religious community to the best of our ability.
On behalf of the congregation which has elected you and has committed itself to active involvement with you in the life of this community, I welcome you, Carl, as a member of the governing board, and we welcome Pat too. May blessings of hope and the power of love motivate and support you all in the year to come.
I like that they have a little step up here for me, so you can see me up here. So first of all, this has been my first year as a religious education director, administrator, I'm not even sure, but I have been part of this congregation for many years. In fact, my first child turned 23 yesterday, which means I've been here 22 years, which is a little crazy. So I first came here as a single mom years ago, looking for a community that shared my values and beliefs to help me bring up this crazy child that I had. And I found so much more. The community embraced us with open arms. Over time, many of the people that I met here became some of my closest friends. More than that, they helped shape who my children are today. First Parish didn't just support us, it became part of our foundation. A place where my children could grow up surrounded by love, grounded in values that matter, and supported by people who care deeply about their lives and spirits. As Director of Religious Education, I want to help create that same kind of community for you and your children. We live in a time of unprecedented connection. In this digital age, kids are exposed to more information, more influences, and more choices than we even imagined a generation ago. That's why Unitarian Universalist religious education is more important now than ever. It offers something essential, a grounding in shared values. It helps children explore who they are and what they believe, not through dogma, but through curiosity, reflection, and compassion. Religious education gives young people a moral compass to guide their choices and a language of justice, equity, and love to understand the world around them. Just as importantly, it offers a community of peers and adults who walk beside them as they grow. In a fast-changing world, our kids need spaces where they can ask big questions, find meaning, and fully be themselves. I hope this year we have created this space. Thank you for sharing your children with us. I've truly enjoyed getting to know them, and I can't wait to watch them turn into amazing adults. So we're going to hear from some of our parents who have had children in the past, or children now, or who have grown up in this church. So first, I'm going to ask Cindy Ladd-Fiorini to come up and do a reflection for us. No, we'll do that. I did not. We'll do it after.
Good morning. My name is Cindy Ladd-Fiorini. My pronouns are she and her. This is new for me. My printer broke this morning, and so I'm having to read off my phone, so bear with me, please. I was raised at the UU Church in First Parish in Lexington, Mass, where I could walk to on a Sunday morning. And my memory is that I got up by myself and walked to Sunday school every day, every Sunday, until we moved in the 5th grade. We were learning then about the Bible stories and what it meant to the world I lived in. Although at the time it was very Jesus-centered, mostly what I gathered was how to try to be a good person to others. Although we were members of First Parish Church, Duxbury, during my teenage years, my family did not attend, and I did not attend the youth group. I wished I had. I think youth group would have helped me navigate some tough times. When I had my first child, I knew I wanted him and subsequently his sisters raised in a church environment, and I wanted to provide them a foundation of religion and of how to live in the world as a good person, the same that I had received as a child. I also wanted them to provide them with a community of people that would love and accept them. I knew I had succeeded when my son Gabriel was about 8, and he said, being at church was like being at home. He had that level of comfort here. So I asked my kids what they got out of church school, and 2 of them went all the way through the youth group very actively, and the third stopped coming after it was then called AYS, About Your Sexuality. It was the precursor to OWL. And by the way, I believe AYS and now OWL is one of the most important things we do, celebrating the whole person and providing them with the information they need to make intelligent decisions about sexual issues. So, from my youngest, what I got out of church school with a general understanding of religion and spirituality, which made it so that I was able to formulate my own opinion on what I believe in. She doesn't consider herself a religious or spiritual in the traditional way, but UU Church School allowed her to be spiritual in her own unique way. I'd call that a success. My middle child you'll hear from yourself because I am blessed to have her and my granddaughters active in this congregation. Third generation UUs. But what she said to me about her experience was that she met friends, had a community outside school, and learned all the good church stuff and values not taught in school. Another success. My oldest, and now I have to do something here. So that church school introduced him to a much broader set of worldviews than he would have otherwise encountered. So this has been tremendously valuable to me throughout my life, both because how it made me feel how big and full of possibility the world was, and also because it helped build a foundation of empathy for my fellow human beings. It taught me to see other points of view as valid, and taught me just how many different ways there were of seeing the world. He had a little bit of difficulty in high school, so I pushed him a little further. And I said, what about your high school years? And he said, through church, you mean? Yes, you know how difficult that time was for me. But church was one of the best things I had going at the time. It offered me a safe, supportive space for experimentation, expression, and identity formation, especially the youth group related stuff. It gave me a peer group in social context that was much healthier, richer, and more interesting than what high school offered at the time. And he ends by saying, it was a refuge.
Thank you, Cindy. I kind of skipped over my kid part. Can my kids come up and do our favorite things that we did this year? Who wants to start? Do you want to start? So my favorite thing this year was definitely the big, huge snake. Was his name Patrick? I think his name was Patrick. at the Animal Adventures because he was like 15 feet long and he was awesome. What was your favorite thing? What was the favorite thing?
My favorite thing is coffee hour.
Nice. What was your favorite thing?
The coffee hour.
Coffee hour. Coffee hour is a big hit.
My favorite thing this year was coffee hour.
When we got to make our own flag on Memorial Day weekend.
My favorite thing was field day and spending time with our friends.
My favorite part was coffee hour.
Another.
Do you have a favorite thing? No.
Taking a walk with Georgia.
I brought in my puppy when we did our walk, so that was pretty fun. Does anyone else want to say anything? Want to say anything? Oh, yes. All right, thanks, guys. You can head back. Now we're going to sing Spirit of Life, hymn 123.
Twice through. Twice through.
Now I'm going to ask Mike Haley to come and give a parent reflection. Mike, are you new this year? So brand new family, and we love his children, are wonderful, Vivi and Audrey.
Hi. My name's Mike, and I'm a new member with my family, as we said. Yeah, I thought a lot about what I was asked to talk about. If I thought a year ago if I would be here, like, I would never have imagined that ever. Really wasn't, I think, thought I was looking for, a spiritual or religious home. I grew up with not a lot of that in my life, and wasn't looking for it, and didn't really know something like this existed. So now I really can't imagine not being part of this. It's been such a natural and organic community to be part of. I think the UU principles just are the same we live by, and that's really the reason I think we want our kids to be part of this, because it's how we want to live, and it's how we hope that they want to live and want to teach that to them. And, you know, beyond hearing those things as platitudes in this community, you see people live by those actions every day, and they get to see that. And I don't know if they really get to see people demonstrating those values every day like they do here. You know, kindness, love, and justice, empathy. You know, these are things that you shouldn't feel like you can't just lead very outward with. And I know people in this room feel that way too. And that's great. And I think that's been such a positive influence on the girls and me too. And beyond that, of course, just that they love coming to church. And there's so many fun things to do, and friends, and the RE, Missy and all the RE folks are so great, and it's just great seeing them want to come and enjoy it. So, thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
One of the reasons that we donate our love, our commitment, our time, our energy, our resources to this congregation is for the children, for the next generation, for the generation after that, keeping in mind how many have come before us. Your gifts are greatly appreciated. The morning offering will now be received.
Thank you. Now we're going to ask Alexa to come forward and do a parent reflection for us.
Good morning. My name's Alexa Howell. My pronouns are she, her. There's a solid chance I may have a little one come join me, so bear with me. Are you just gonna stand there? So you already heard from my mom, but I have been a UU since I started attending First Parish Church Duxbury as an infant. Pretty early debut in the nursery. And I was raised in the UU faith and in this church. Okay. Someone just tell me if she's doing something she shouldn't be. I feel like I got a decent education. I went to Bay Farm Montessori, I went to Duxbury High School, or middle school and high school, but I think that the education that came from this church and this community was definitely more formative and more significant than what happened in the schools. Learning about the UU principles and values, learning about other faiths, and having a safe place to come of age all played a huge part in how I grew up and the person I have become. I met some of my closest friends through church school and through HIP group. As a teenager in Duxbury, it felt even more important to have the safety and support of the UU faith and the community here. Because of the First Parish Church community, I had the opportunity to travel to Hungary and Romania in high school to visit our partner church, and that experience is something that I will always remember. Because of my mom's involvement in religious education, we made the decision to attend Star Island, a Star Island summer conference. The Star Island experience eventually led me to my husband, therefore my children, and the family that you see now. So as many young adults do, I moved away from home for college, and then throughout my early 20s, I didn't attend church. I tried a campus UU group at one point, but it wasn't the right fit. It never felt like home, it never felt like this. Eventually, when my oldest, Vivian, turned 1, and we had moved back to the South Shore, I knew it was time to find a church community for her. So we were living in Weymouth at that time. There were plenty of options up there that we could have attended, but it didn't feel right. So every Sunday we made the trek back down to Duxbury to give her the upbringing in the UU church here with you people, because that's what felt like the best choice for us. She started making friends, she started building connections, she started learning the things that I really wanted, her to learn, and she's really embarrassed back there, that I wanted her to learn to grow up to be the kind of human being I was hoping she would become. My middle child, B, was not quite 2 when COVID hit, so she hadn't really fully integrated into church at that point, but we did Zoom church, we met up with church friends as, safety allowed, and when it was time to return, we were ready. And since that point, she also has formed relationships, become comfortable. My kids are always excited and happy to come to church and to be here with their friends and with the adults that they know around them are supporting and welcoming them. So I've seen my kids thrive and grow in this church community. Knowing that they're building similar foundations and learning similar values is comforting to me as a parent in this day and age. My biggest goal as a mom is just to raise happy, kind, and confident human beings. And I feel like First Parish and the UU faith is helping me accomplish that. So I just want to thank every single one of you, whether you knew me as a baby, you knew my kids as babies, or you're just meeting us all recently. You're a vital part of the community that is providing a spiritual home and a safety net for my children and myself.
Thank you, Alexa. Our last parent reflection is by Liz Chrisman.
hi. I'd like to start by apologizing. I forgot the assignment until this morning, and I saw it in the order of service. But I know this is a very loving and forgiving community, so it might not be as polished as I would like, but it's all heartfelt and really easy for me to talk about because, I mean, part of my soul is in this church, you know, and so I can talk about it as long as you want me to, or less. I started attending First Parish Church when I was 5 years old, so pretty much my whole memory is coming here. And my childhood memories are all interwoven with experiences that I had growing up here. I made lots of friends, sang in the junior choir with Elaine, performed in plays, many of them directed by Meredith Lehman, taught church school, attended About Your Sexuality, which is the earlier iteration of OWL, and attended the HIP group. We went on trips and did a lot of fundraising together, and it was all just great. It was such a supportive place to be. I gained so much confidence with the support of this loving congregation, and many of the people that I grew up with are still here today. And it's just so wonderful to have, you know, your community of all different ages and have them around you your whole life. It's just so special. One of the things just recently that hit home to me was I was at Polly Landman's funeral service, memorial service a couple weeks ago, and I sat with Sue Shea, who was went to church and grew up with me, and then I talked to Sandy Landman, one of Polly's daughters, and both of them said to me at separate times that it was just so nice to be here and that it felt like home to them still. Even though they've been away, their adult lives, we might see them time to time, but they still felt like this was home to them. And I'm just lucky that it's home to me too, and I'm still here all the time. I know I wouldn't be the same person I am today if I hadn't attended First Parish as a child. I was aware at a young age of social justice issues through our fundraising for Heifer International, learning about Indigenous history, and we learned a lot about other religions too. So that was very helpful to kind of expand your mind about the world around us. I also learned that it's really important to show up regularly and participate in our community. Back when I was a kid, they used to take attendance at church school, and it was, you get acknowledged at the end of the year if you had perfect attendance, and I very often got that and was always so proud. But that's really what helps you become a part of the community, is just being here a lot. My children, Leah and Anna, both attended First Parish Church from elementary age through high school. They had wonderful experiences here that mirrored my own, participating in choir and plays and going to HIP group. And they still maintain friendships that they made while they were here. And they attend each other's weddings and celebrate milestones like having their own children. It was such a help as a parent to know they were receiving guidance in how to establish their values and how to be a good human. They both have been attending UU churches as adults too, so that's a big win, I think, that shows how much they appreciated their time here, and that my granddaughter is going to the nursery at the church that they go to, so that makes me very happy. For me and my children, First Parish Church has always been a safe space to explore and establish our values and our whole selves, and I hope that's the same for all of you. Thank you.
I have some thank yous to do from RE. First of all, Tracy Wagner, thank you very much for supporting us all year. Big thank you to Lynn Marples. This is my first year doing this, and we figured out all that money stuff, which I'm not great at, so thank you, Lynn. Ted Lilies, thank you for your audio-visual know-how and living really close so you can run down when I can't figure it out. So I appreciate that on Fun Fridays especially. PJ, thank you for jumping into childcare when we get stuck. I really appreciate you being able to do that. He's always so happy to be down there with the kids. Thank you. Reverend Susan, I actually need help for this one. I need who's down there? Audrey and Vivi, can you guys come up and hand flowers out to me? Can you pick some flowers out for Reverend Susan down there? We just want to thank you and say, I'm giving you a hug. Oh, thank you so much. It's been wonderful to work with you. We're going to miss you. And, yep, bring them right over here. Yep, perfect. Thank you, Reverend Susan. Oops, are we okay? Good job. Thank you. Now I would like to thank our RE committee members. Alexa Howell, thank you so much. She is the president of the RE committee. They have been wonderful. They have rearranged meetings around my puppy training schedule. We have Zoomed at very strange times when I'm in the car running from thing to thing. So they've been wonderful. So Alexa Howell, Donna Clifford, Carrie Lang, Rebecca Richards Kramer, and Sally DeLisa. If you guys could stand up. I have flowers to you, but I'm going to give them to you as you leave, so you don't have, because they're a little wet from the rain. And also, I want to mention our childcare team who work in the nursery. They are amazing. Donna Clifford is like the baby whisperer, and she works with Christina and Max Sorrenti, and Johanna also has been amazing down there. So can we give a round of applause to our nursery workers? And just a big thank you to all of the parents and families who entrust your children to us every Sunday. We adore your kids. We have so much fun downstairs, and I'm glad that they like being here and keep coming back because we really love them. So thank you.
I'm just going to take this second, she didn't know this was happening, to thank Missy. Her first year here, and I don't know where we would be if she hadn't, accepted this position on top of the other very hard full-time job that she does. Emily Simeone and I were piecing something together last year and, both working really hard, but we needed somebody, and Missy was just the right person to come and to fill in and to bring that structure and that just excitement and love and energy to our children when we needed it. We've grown, we have more kids coming regularly, and I think that's all attributed to Missy, to the hard work that she's put in, the planning that she's done, the amazing activities that she's done every Sunday for our kids. So thank you, Missy, for all your hard work this year.
So we invite you to rise and body your spirit and sing number 346, Come Sing a Song with Me. And doesn't it make you feel good to hear all of this? I mean, doesn't it just make you feel good?
still figuring out how the service thing works. I'm usually downstairs. We extinguish this flame and send out the light of truth, the warmth of love, and the energy of action back out into the world. Thank you.
Before I give the final words, let me say that Ed has invited us to use to regard the postlude as a recessional. We don't want that ice cream to melt, so everybody can leave as it's being played. Go in peace, build for the future, be kind to one another, stand for what you believe in. May all be well. Amen. But what did we forget something? No? Did we forget something? We did it all, didn't we? All right. Go in peace. Amen.